Good morning, Pankhurst, and welcome to your third Talk for Writing lesson this week. So today is the 3rd of March 2021, and our learning objective today is can I find the key features in different explanation texts? Today we are going to be detectives. Okay, we are going to look at different explanation texts to find all of our key features. Can you remember the key features? I would like you to pause the video and list as many as you can remember on your mini whiteboards. Okay, pause the screen now and come back to my screen when you're ready. Great. So these are the key features. I'm going to read through them, and if there are any that you have forgotten, please add them in. So with an explanation text, you have the title or a heading, you have subheadings, you have labeled diagrams and illustrations, you have an introduction and a conclusion, you have fronted adverbials, casual connectives, and chronological order. If you have forgot any of these, please add them in on your mini whiteboards. All right, fantastic. Now, let's do this one together, then you can do one independently. So I have this explanation text here, and it says, and it's about how bees make honey. Have you ever wondered exactly how bees make honey? Read on to find out more about this topic. Busy buzzing bees. The most important ingredient needed to make honey is flowers. A colony of bees can visit up to 50 million flowers each day, with as many as 60,000 bees in each colony. They are not called busy bees for nothing. Working together as a team, honeybees make decisions about where the best flowers are. They communicate with each other using bumps, noises, and even dance moves known as the waggle dance. Using a long straw-like tongue, honeybees suck up nectar droplets from the flower. When the bee returns to the colony, it passes the nectar into another bee called a house bee. House bees then take the nectar into the colony and packs it away into hexagon-shaped beeswax honey cells. The warm breeze made by their wings dries out the nectar, therefore turning it into honey. You can over here you can see honeybees from spring until autumn. Okay, so look at this timeline. So you see them between spring and autumn. Honey. A food fit for all workers, human and bee. Nectar comes from all kinds of flowers. As a result of this, there are hundreds of different types of honey with different colors, smells, and flavors. Bees don't just collect nectar to make honey. When they visit flowers, they also collect pollen. This is a great source of protein, consequently keeping them healthy and strong. We can all do our bit to support these brilliant bugs. Why not plant flowers rich in nectar, such as lavender and bluebells, which will help bees find the food they need? Also, be sure to choose local British honey too, which will support our honeybees and their beekeepers. Okay, so now what we are going to do together, we are going to try and find the key features and highlight them. Okay, so now the first key feature is the title and heading, okay? So we know that the title for this is How Bees Make Honey, okay? That's the title. Now, our next feature is subheadings. So let's go back. So we know a subheading is a mini heading for a new fact that you're going to discuss. Okay, so our subheadings here are busy buzzing bees and honey, a food fit for all workers, human and bee. Okay, our next feature is labeled diagrams and illustrations. So our labeled diagram and illustration is here and our timeline here. Okay, our next feature is an introduction and conclusion. So we know an introduction in an explanation text is always the first paragraph that you will have, which is here. And the conclusion is always the last paragraph that you would have here. Okay, now that is the intro. And that is the conclusion. Okay. Our next feature is fronted adverbials. So we all know what fronted adverbials are. Now let's find them in this text. Okay, so I am going to highlight them in a different color. So we know a fronted adverbial is always followed with a comma. So working together as a team, using a long straw-like tongue. Yeah. Let's see if we can find more. Okay. Now, the next feature is casual connectives. So our casual connectives give you like a cause. Okay, so our casual connectives here would be the following. Yeah, it gives you a cause. So you've got consequently. You've also got as a result of this. Yeah, you've also got those are the only ones I can find for now. Okay, now then chronological order. So we all know chronological order is to put it in, put your explanation text in the order of the events happened in. Okay, so this explanation text is put into a chronological order because first it tells you where the bees go, how they go, what they do, and then how they go to the plant, then how they pick up the honey, and then who they pass the honey on to, and then what the house bee does with the honey. Okay, now it's your turn. Look at both of the explanation texts and find the key features. So now these are your key features and you should have written them down on your whiteboard. If you haven't, pause the screen now and write down these key features so you have them at hand. Okay, fantastic. Now, explanation text 1, how to fly a hot air balloon. Have you ever wondered how to fly a hot air balloon? Read on to find out more. What does it consist of? Hot air balloons are made up of three main components: a basket, four big gas tanks, a burner, and the balloon. How does it work? First, the pilot ensures that everything is connected correctly. Then, two people hold open the balloon so it can be filled with cold air from the fan. Now, for the difficult bit, the pilot lies on the ground, half in the basket. Then they turn on the gas burner, pointing the flame into the mouth of the balloon. Consequently, the balloon slowly stands up. When the pilot is ready to go, the air in the balloon is heated up a bit more. This results in the balloon rising off the ground. Hot air balloons have no steering wheel. As a result of this, the wind directs where the balloon goes. The wind speed changes depending on how high up in the air it is. Flying in a hot air balloon is a fun way to explore different places from very high up. Okay, so now that is explanation text 1. And this is explanation text 2, how volcanoes erupt. Have you ever wondered how volcanoes erupt? Read on to find out more. Parts of the volcano. Volcanoes have 5 main parts: the magma chamber, the main vent, the crater, the cone, and sometimes there are smaller vents. Above the magma chamber, you will find the crater. The outside of the volcano is referred to as the cone. So you have a diagram here with labels. Okay, what happens? Volcanoes are like openings on the Earth's surface. All volcanoes can eject lava, rocks, gas, or ash, which can cover the surrounding land. When this happens, it is called a volcanic eruption. Just before an eruption, the magma chamber is filled with molten rock. After a short period of time, the pressure increases. As a result of this, the magma rises through the vent towards the crater. Magma contains bubbles of gas that grow larger as the pressure increases. This leads to the volcano erupting. The hot molten rock then changes to lava. Types of eruptions. There are two main types of eruptions: explosive eruptions and effusive eruptions. Explosive eruptions are when volcanoes erupt dramatically and violently. Effusive eruptions are the opposite because the lava gradually oozes out of the crater. Volcanoes are very dangerous even when they are not erupting. So, you have two explanation texts here. Pause on the explanation text that you are doing and list and write down the key features on these explanation texts, okay? And I look forward to seeing your work on Tapestry. Bye, year 3.